lady sent me a song. What was the song? It's called Behind the Green Door. And the man had painted my door green. And it was a 1956 song. She said, behind the green door, everybody's got smiles and there's good times behind the green door. Well, everybody, I don't know if there's good times behind that green door, but it's my home and it's a nice place to live. And so what you're about to watch is a video that I addressed the CLB board at Cocke County here. And it was, I wanted to go down and let everybody know what we're doing. It's been a long time. We've been here 4 years now. And I remember addressing the board when I first got here, talking about our plans, what we're going to do. And what's amazing is that we have done what we said and we've surpassed what we thought we would do in the 4 years. Never thought we'd have this building or increase the length of that building or have as many homes as we do here. So it's funny when people look at you from the outside and aren't in the trenches of how we work and live and are as people. When people acquire things or they look like they've acquired things, opinions fly, and then there's all kinds of well, good and bad opinions, right? And nobody knows the real truth. So what I wanted to do is to go down to the board and tell who I am and who we are as people, as a company, and the people that live here and represent them. And I've also invited the board to come here, and anybody else that wants to come here and look, walk, talk, ask questions and see what's going on. And also address the board of what the kind of impact we're having on the county, good and bad, and what our future plans was. So I hope you enjoy this video. It's a public address that I went down there and was put on the docket. I asked if I could come down and address the board. About 2-3 months ago, there was an article in the newspaper that I didn't know about until a neighbor that joins us over here on the mountain told me about it. And they were talking about how we were a negative impact on this county and how we were imposing on the school system. Well, there's no school kids here. And so I thought, you know what? People don't know who we are and they don't know what we're doing. So I thought, I'm going to go down there, and instead of calling somebody, I'm going to go down there and just address the whole public and whatever they want. Ask me questions. Here I am. There you go. You know, so I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it helps you understand who we are as a company and where we're going and what we're doing. And like every other one of our videos is showing, you know, this is it. There's no smoke and mirrors. All right. So
something I just want to add is I thought they were super nice tonight. Everyone was very nice, amazing. Everybody come up and shook hands and stuff like that. So everybody was they were very nice.
They come after the meeting and shook my hand and said, we're glad you're in our county. We're glad you're doing what you're doing. The former mayor come up to me and congratulated us on what we're doing. Several people come up. There was one of the guys you can hear in the video, hard to hear his question, but he said that I had spoke to Newport Utilities 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah, he said they were still talking about that presentation.
Yeah.
I can't really remember what I said, but that was neat,
and,
you know.
And Forrest, we just met him, and he owns a local pawn shop in town.
Pawn shop, what a great guy.
And very nice guy.
He reached out to a guy that was almost homeless and trying to help. He's trying to help him. Wasn't that something?
Yeah, and he asked about him coming down and filling out an application for a job. Said he's a good worker.
Yeah.
So
it is.
People honestly are. They're good. They have good in them, and they want to do good. And they want to help. So it was very nice to be there tonight.
It was.
Yeah, very nice.
I like
the guy beside of us. I don't know who he was.
Yeah,
but he was a character. I liked him. I don't know who he was. But he's very nice.
Yeah, and I think it was his neighbor or somebody said, "Hey, he's a former MU, and that's where I graduated college from."
And what was the college called?
Eastern Michigan University.
Yeah.
EMU.
EMU.
So they got EMU, you know.
Gosh.
And but he reached out to us and
there was a lady
himself.
that came up. I don't know who she was, but she was very nice.
Yeah. Yep. So wow, it was cool.
It was nice.
I just want you to know, when you're coming to East Tennessee, and I have just fallen in love with these people and this whole area of the country. And there's nothing like it. And they're smart people.
They are.
They're smart. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
They're impacted, and they're educated about where they want to go with the
they care. They care about this community.
Yeah.
This is where they live. So.
It is. Yeah. So don't think you're coming to some hillbilly town.
No.
All right.
They know what's going on.
Yep. Everybody might talk like we're hillbillies, but they're smart, man. And I'm just proud of here. I'm proud of being here.
I'm proud to be here. Yeah.
And I'm proud of the just where we can go and how much liberty and freedoms they've given us.
Yeah.
And I told them, you guys will see that, but I told them we hold a responsibility to not be a negative impact.
Right.
That and the more that we are a positive impact, the less likelihood that they'll have to have zoning and laws. The only reason we have laws and zoning, meant is because people come here and they want to slight everything.
Yeah.
They want to do things halfway.
Yeah.
And get away with not spending anything.
And I, appreciate them protecting their county, their town. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I'm from Morristown. I protect that place. I
got
take
it.
up for it, and they do the same thing over here. So it was very nice to be there. So I'm glad we went.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
So
enjoy the video.
enjoy the video.
Yeah.
Bye. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for letting me have this time in front of you. We've been in town going on 4 years. We took the old Ace plant, it was concrete, and I'm sure everybody knows where we're at and what it looks like now. And I just wanted to present myself and just say, this is who I am, so you guys can see a face to that place down there. And also anybody that has any questions, what's going on. I thought I'd address the board tonight just real quickly. And I know there's been some questions I heard probably a couple months ago about maybe with the burden that we're putting on the county with all the homes we're putting on that land. And I wanted to give you a description of the type of people that's coming into this area, that's buying our homes and living in there, and then what we're doing with the community and what we have plans for the community to help out. I'm from a small town. My dad's from Harlan County, Kentucky. My grandparents from Rockwood. I mean, I'm a small town guy. And my family's from West Virginia, which is a real poor part of the country. And my dream was one day is to help the Appalachian people and where my family's from. And I kind of feel like we're doing that in the communities. We're down there, it's $200 a month. These people are moving in from California, from Nevada, Florida, all over the place. And our demographics are 95% women, single, over 60. That's 95% of the people living down there. I had one person tell me one time, they work for the county here, and said, well, you're not really helping the county because you don't have much of a tax base there because most people are in retirement. Well, we've got a guy that lives there. He's got a master's degree in business from the Bronx in New York, and a really smart guy, and he's a lifeguard now over at the community center. We got people getting jobs, participating. We got most of the people there are professional people, and they bring I think a lot of quality to us. One thing that I don't want to ever do is impact on the county. We were talking about 911. I'm sorry, when I work, I don't come outside that compound. I'm usually there for a month at a time. I go to Food City and get me groceries, but I work 7 days a week to make that happen. I haven't taken a loan. I haven't taken a line of credit. I haven't got a debt over there. Everything's done just by working. I haven't borrowed a dime to make anything that happened down there, and I did not come here with any money. So it's just been made by building, selling, and working our off to get where we're at, all right? But I wanted to tell you that we are going to give a house away to the county, the high school. We're going to give a house away at one of their senior night football games, and that house is $20,000, what we sell them all day long with. And we're going to give it to them. We're going to raffle it off at one of the football games. I talked to Scotty, was it Scott Sykes? Dykes. He's the coach, and we want to give half of it to the band and the football. I played football and I was in the band, and I couldn't march in the band when I was playing ball, so I wanted to give it both. And also, when it comes to 911, we plan on building our own volunteer fire department down there so we don't put a burden on you guys, so we can have some facility. We also want to give money to the volunteer fire department that feeds us and helps us out. I was going to impose our own private tax to go directly to you all as a county, but before I could, the state imposed a tax on our tiny homes. Now I don't know what that rate is. I think it's going to take about a year to get. I'm happy for it. I think we should be taxed, and I want to give it to the county so you guys we can benefit in our schools. If we can do more for the county, we will. In the future, we've had high school high school boys work at our facility for the summer, and I charted them out at $15 an hour, and they worked better than the men that were there. and they actually set a precedence for our men. And our men were humbled by it, and they stepped up their game because these boys come in there to work, and they never missed a day. They were there every day. They worked great. So when we think about these kids having, poor abilities because they're young and they're not like us when we were young, they proved me wrong, and they were good kids. And at the end of they worked 2 months, and I gave them all a $500 bonus just for sticking it out. And they're probably going to come back and work on holidays, weekends, whenever they can. And they were really an asset. So we want to work with the county, even working with the building trades, that we will form a curriculum to help them boys. If they want to work from high school and come right in, they can come in and they'll already know a little bit about what we're doing. I'll volunteer materials, trailers, whatever we can do if the high school wants to build our house in the high school, and we'll give them all the things they need to learn how to build. Even if we don't get the boys to come work at our factory, I don't care to do that. I was a high school teacher for 3 years in Knox County, and I taught building trades and industrial arts. So I know what it takes. I taught at La Follette High School when I first started, and my budget was $250 for a year, and I had 150 students, and I had to go to wood shops, furniture places to get wood because I didn't have any money. So when I see their high school, I toured through the vocational department. I think it's a great facility. I think the people there are very dedicated to what they do from what I've seen. But I just wanted to give you an introduction to who I am, what we're doing, and where we're going. We have 160 acres across the street from the ACE plant. We've got 85 lots that are almost done. We hope to be done by the first of the year. 85 people are moving in there, and there's homes going in. We got your city water and sewer. And it's just a beautiful place. I don't care to bring tours down there if you guys would like to come and see what we're doing and be abreast of what we're doing, where we're going. We just started a factory line of a house, and the house is only 8 by 16. I personally live in that house. It's 128 square feet. And now we've sold probably about 180 of those homes, and we can build 5 a day. And so it's about 800-900 homes a year that we can put out. 35 men build these houses. So I've devised an assembly line that starts a raw trailer, house is out in 9 hours. Not like Clayton's where they build a house in 15 minutes, but I'm proud of the fact that we can get a house out in 9-10 hours. So it's 5 a day, and it's impacting the homeless. In Florida, the AARP is calling us. There's a lot of people saying we can't find a home. It's a complete kitchen, living room, bedroom. It's got everything in it, and it doesn't take anything to eat and cool it. So we're proud of that coming on, but there's 35 men working there. When we're in full production in about 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to offer $30 an hour for every man that works there. And we've surpassed Phoenix and Sunoco, from what I hear, next door to us. And we come out with raw pavement 4 years ago with nothing. And me and my boy built the first Quonset hut building down there you guys probably seen, and we did it with a pole strapped to a forklift, putting trusses up that we designed on the ground. So I just want to let you know that I'm from the roots and hardworking, and I'm a carpenter, all right? And what you see is how hard work and just putting it to it has brought us to where we're at. And I want to thank you all for the liberties that you've given me to be able to build down there. And I want to tell you that I know that you don't have zoning, and I know you don't have a lot of codes and building codes, but I was a licensed contractor for 30 years. I just want to let you know that whatever I do down there will be done as the best of my ability to make it look beautiful and be an asset to your community. It's getting out to where Newport, Tennessee is becoming tiny town USA, and I don't know if you like that or not, but my dream was to bring Newport to the national limelight, because that's just what's in me to do whatever I do. My dad told me, he says, "Son, you drill with a big auger." And I said, I don't know what else to do. It's just what I do, So, but I just wanted to address to you, if you guys got any questions for me, I'll be glad to talk to you down at my place or after this meeting, and where we're going, or any questions now I can answer for you. But that's it. Yep.
Anybody got any questions? Randy, do you remember when you came and spoke to a leadership class at Newport Utility like 4 years ago?
Yes.
The people I still talk to, because they weren't from here, they was regional, so there's Knoxville and adjacent, they've not shut up about how cool your presentation was.
Really?
Yeah, they got a real kick out of that.
Ah, well, thank you.
And Randy, didn't you set up the standards for tiny homes?
Yep.
And help set up the national, at least the state standards for what it's required for a tiny home to be built and to make it licensable so that it can be hooked to the sewer and the electric?
Sure did. Oh, yeah, and that was quite of an expense on us, yeah. You're right.
Other members have any questions? Mr. Fairwell? I don't see myself buying one of that size.
Right.
But is there a lot, demographics, are there a lot of children living in them, or is it mostly upper age people?
Yeah, like I said, 95% of those homes down there are single ladies over 60. The other 5% are men. There are no kids there.
Okay.
I wish there were. I like to have some young kids there, but it's hard for families. These homes are small. It's 128 square feet, you know, up to 300 square feet. So there's not 2, 3 bedroom homes. They're all singles and couples.
I want to thank you for what you've done. You are bringing revenue into the county, jobs. Thank you. We do appreciate it. I don't want you to think that we were ever attacking you. When we had our meeting, I was part of that meeting.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of questions that we
Sure.
had as far as our school system. And we are getting bombarded with a lot more people moving into this area. We have to control the growth. At some point, the growth will control you. But I need to talk to you after this meeting. We appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
Any other members? Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.